Hey, how's it going? Okay, all jokes aside, how are we all doing? Hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Welcome back to another mod review. Today is going to be about the Outer End. But before we get into the mod review, of course, I have a couple announcements to make. First quick announcement I want to go over is the channel Discord. We finally have an official transparency Discord. This Discord was created by Azuki and Kylo, the masterminds behind this whole project, and every single day we are all working to make this Discord a much better server. If you want to join this channel's Discord, all you have to do is go down to the description below and click the link, and then you'll be able to join it. Also, a big thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate every single one of you. This community has grown impressive amounts since my first video I've posted on this channel. I just want to say thank you so much for 365 current subscribers, and if you'd like to subscribe, go right ahead. It's free. Anyways, enjoy the video. So today's mod showcase is going to be about the Outer End. Welcome to your new and improved Ender Dimension. This place is amazing. It doesn't add too much to the mod, but it's such a subtle mod that it finally adds what you've been missing in the End Dimension in vanilla. Now this probably goes without saying, but yeah, could you guess it? You need to go to the end by killing the Ender Dragon to visit this dimension. The Outer End mod adds a comfortable amount of new content surrounding new structures, insane new loot, new bosses and mobs to explore, and of course some new generation and biomes throughout your End Dimension. And I'm going to be reviewing everything you need to know about the Outer End. The first thing I want to start to cover in depth would be the structures. In the Outer End, you'll find this stronghold looking thing. It's made out of like a nether brick texture, and it strings everywhere across these little geode mountains. Inside this Ender stronghold, you'll find many random rooms containing some loot. This room contains a little azure bush in the center, which is a shrubbery that is contained in the azure biome that I'll later on show you. Kind of think of it, most of the rooms in here have these little azure busheries. Perhaps some hidden lore underneath the surface of the Outer End. Anyways, nothing too crazy with this room. Sometimes chests spawn and sometimes they don't. This next room is strange. There's a bottle of dragon breath on this little countertop here, and in the center there's an endermite, as if it's a lab being tested in this little laboratory. I don't really understand it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Here's what my take would look like if I made a morgue in Minecraft. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, but there's some good loot in the center of the chest here. This is the last room that I was able to find inside of this massive structure. There's a total of 4 to 5 shulker boxes, and every single shulker box has some insanely good loot. I mean, if you find this room, you've literally scored. And sometimes this weird little rocky guy comes in here. Yeah, he's pretty rare, but he does spawn in this dungeon. One of my favorite features about this mod in particular is that they do not destroy the end cities. Some of these end mod dimensions always for some reason destroy these structures, and I feel like they should stay as well. It's part of vanilla, it should be part of the mod as well. A fascinating part of this mod are these asteroids. They just float up in the sky somewhere, and they don't have any loot, but they're just cool to look at, honestly. Sometimes scattered throughout most of the end, you'll find these little ender bases. They don't have very much loot or very valuable loot, but it's a very cool structure to come across every now and then. And the final structure that is included with the Outer End mod is the Catacombs. The name is pretty quite self-explanatory. It's a catacomb after all. It's just this long dark tunnel that leads to 2 chests, and honestly I haven't been able to find any good loot from these 2 chests, so it's a little bit disappointing on the loot side, but it's still a pretty cool structure to come across every now and then. You got a glimpse of the geode mountains. I'm now going to show you the Azure biome. Right here are the Azure Trees, the Azure grass, basically everything Azure. It's a weird name to pronounce, but this is pretty much what you got. It's a cool little blue forest that has some nice mood lighting and everything, and oftentimes you'll find some of these little dragonflies. These dragonflies here are going to be the start of the mob showcase, but yeah, you'll find them on these little azure buds, and they're pretty cool looking. The next mob is the Himalite. This mob is found in those little ender bases I showed earlier, and they're just little ankle biters. My favorite mob in this mod is the chorus squid. I don't know, it's so creepy and just bizarre that it's my favorite one by far. It's basically your chorus fruit trees, but it's just a squid that squirms around. It's kind of strange. We found this fella in the end stronghold earlier. Well, his name's the Entombed, and he looks like a Pop-Tart, but he's a strong Pop-Tart. I'd stay away from him. And creepiest mob award goes to this stalker. Oh my god, why is it like this? It's terrifying. And the final mob I'm going to be showcasing is the Purple Golem. Oftentimes you'll find these Purple Golems chilling at the end cities, and they're not really a final boss, but they're little mini bosses. There are a couple features that I had not gone over with this mod yet. I have yet to cover the music disc in this mod, but if you want me to cover them in another video for a soundtrack of the Outer End, let me know down in the comments down below. The final feature to know about the Outer End mod is that you can actually craft yourself end rods. Scattered throughout the geode mountains and the asteroids, you can find yourself these 3 different types of crystals. Place any one of these 3 different types of crystals over a popped chorus fruit, and you got yourself a new end rod. Anyways, that about does it for this whole mod review. I know it was a very short mod review. You were probably expecting a massive mod, but to be honest with you, the beauty of this mod is how simple and polished it is. There is a good amount of mobs, a little mini boss, there's new structures, new ways of getting new loot. It's a very polished mod. It's very well made. I love it a lot. So with all that being said, I really hope you did enjoy this mod review, and if you did, leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, again, it's also in the description below. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day for whatever you do. Take it easy.